So I wanted to make this video for many reasons. One question that I really got asked was, how do I stay motivated? How do I motivate myself to do these workouts and do it for a long period of time? And how do I make a schedule? Staying motivated starts in here, right? You gotta ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to put my body through months and months of work and training to look like this or feel like this? So you really got to ask yourself those questions. So I'm gonna tell you my story, right? So my story started about sophomore year. I had these little, I don't know if you've seen those little gray weights right there, right? That's all I had, those little gray weights. And I would do a couple sets, I would look up a couple videos on YouTube, little workouts I could do here and there, but I didn't really know what I was doing, which is fine because I was a beginner. I did that for a while and then I stopped completely. Now up to summer before, so senior year of high school, so last summer, my grandmother had hurt her leg really badly, like shattered it completely. And so right down the street is Planet Fitness, and they had this free teen workout for oh my god, teens workout free for the summer. So she was like, Nico, do this gym with me, and then we could both get in good shape for, you for school and me for my leg so it can heal. I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. So we did that I think every other day of the week, if I remember correctly, and I would still do some of my workouts at home, so I'll keep it consistent every day. And then when school came around, I was doing it a little bit here and there, but then I just got wrapped up in school and other things. So I did it for a couple months and I stopped again. So I lost all my progress. And this is when I was just doing weights. I wasn't just doing calisthenics too. What calisthenics is basically push-ups, pull-ups, handstands. I don't really do the handstands yet, but handstand, push-ups, body weight exercises, which is no weights. I did that for a couple months and I stopped. And I stopped for about, I want to say 3 or 4 months. And then January, so New Year's came. So I made a promise to myself that I was going to get back on my workouts. I was going to really know what I was doing. And then I started going on YouTube and started looking up thousands of videos, how to do this, how to do that, good workouts for beginners. And I found what's called bulking season and cutting season. And what that is bulking is you take in a lot of calories, right? You eat more than you should, I guess, which is usually about, most people do it 5 to 6, maybe more meals a day. I didn't really do it like that. I just ate everything I could possibly see, which is not what you're supposed to do. And it's supposed to be mostly protein-based foods, which wasn't what I was doing. And mind you, my diet was bad. Like, it was terrible. I would go into what we call the snack drawer, like where we have the honey buns and the ring dings and like all that stuff, and I would just eat those like crazy. For lunch, sometimes I wouldn't take sandwiches. I would just take like 2 bags of chips every day, and that was it. Sorry, mom and dad. But that was pretty much what was going on. So I was doing that for about, while working out, and I was doing that for about 2 months, probably until March, I think. Yeah. No, sorry. I was doing that from December all the way to March. The wrong way, right? So what I was supposed to be doing is working out as much as I was eating, which is not what I was doing. I would just do chest one day, eat a lot, do shoulders the next day. Like, I had no consistency in my workout. It got to the point where I looked in the mirror and I started to see progress around my chest because I was doing push-ups every day. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I turned to the side and I saw that my stomach was, like, instead of being straight down like it used to be, it was out. Like, it was out. And I was like, oh my. Now my starting weight was 125, 126. I'm skinny, right? I'm skinny. And I have a fast metabolism. So I was like, oh, this food's gonna go right through me. But the food really built up over time, which is not what's supposed to happen at all. I had gained 20 pounds just around my stomach, basically. And I was like, oh my, I could not believe it. Like, honestly, I was so shocked. I was standing there for like 3 minutes just looking at myself, and I was like, wow. So then that happened, right? And I was like, okay, so now I gotta lose belly fat. So I started researching how to lose belly fat, drinks to lose belly fat, exercises to lose belly fat, and I was all over the place. So I made this workout routine. I made this chart right here, and I haven't looked at it since, right? Like, I haven't looked at it. I'm just not the one to really just, even though it's on my door, I do not look at it at all. That got me into the mental thinking of, I could do chest today, I could do biceps and triceps the next day, I could do shoulders and forearms the next day. So I started getting that into my head, and I was like, okay, I could do that. That's easy. 7 days a week, boom. So now I was focusing on losing belly fat, which is not easy at all. If you saw my ab video, that's my high intensity training video. Basically, I started doing that every day after my workouts, sometimes before my workouts. 7 days a week, didn't stop, right? So this is about the time that quarantine hit. So I was like, okay, perfect. I can set up my schedule now. Now I wake up, eat breakfast, make my tea, do my schoolwork, and then right after I finish all my schoolwork, I would hit my workouts, and then shower, and then eat lunch, have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. So that was perfect, right? That was every day I was doing that, and it's going pretty good. And so I started weighing myself, and I went from 140, and then I think a week later I was 136, and then a week later I was 133. So I was going down. I was like, yes, I'm happy. I'm going down. And excuse me. And then it was 130, and then it went back up a little bit, and then went back down, and went up and down. So now I'm currently about 130, and I'm fine with that. That's perfect. I lost all that nasty belly fat that I have gained over 3-4 months of just eating, non-stop eating. And when you're doing bulking season, you really just want to focus on eating protein, because that's what's going to help rebuild your muscles the fastest and cut down a lot of fats, because you're eating a lot of food. I started really understanding that after the fact, and this was about, I haven't started working out the right way since ever. It took me about 8 months to finally realize I was working out the wrong way and the wrong type of schedule. So I don't know, my routine for every day, I don't really have a chest day, leg day. I don't know if it's bad. I don't think it's bad, because it's working out fine for me. But working out chest, arms every day, just so I can have a little bit of legs here and there, and cardio outside, just so I can have that full, I never know what it's called, full, these birds are fighting, it's hilarious. Equal amount of muscle, there we go. So I started doing that, and then I was really like, okay, this is easy, I can do this every day. And so now I've just been doing it every day. So that's really my story with that. And probably in another month and a half or so, I'm gonna start bulking season again the right way. Hopefully not gain 20 pounds of stomach fat again, but I'm just gonna focus on more protein, and that's pretty much it. So that's my story. But yeah, if you want to stay motivated, you have to find a reason. And look, making a routine, if you're a forgetful person like myself, right, obviously I don't look at the sign, you have your phones. You can put a reminder on your phone, do this workout at this time, do it at this time, and set it for every day, right? You have all the tools you need. Your parents might know, your brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt. My cousins, they were all skinny as me, and now they're bulked up. I'm like, jeez, man. So I would ask them a couple questions. It doesn't hurt to ask. And two of my main sources where I go to is Google and YouTube. It's obvious, but it's true. Everything I've ever found out about my health, what should I eat, what should I cut back on, what drinks would help me, give me energy, what food should I eat before workout, post-workout meals, best meals for regaining muscles. Every little question I had about working out, I looked up on YouTube and looked up on Google, day in, day out, every day. I probably asked Google about 50 plus questions a day, just on one topic. So I mean, that's that. And you just gotta stay consistent with it. You know, you could start out twice a week and then go to 3 times a week and then go to 4 times a week and then start doing it every day. You know, you progress and it gets easier and easier. Now it's just like muscle memory. I'm like, oh, I gotta do my workout. So it's a process. You know, don't be so hard on yourself in the beginning, because it's really not gonna get you anywhere. You know, find out what you need to do, what you need to know, what foods you need to eat, what foods you need to cut back on, and then take it from there. You know, take it slow, be patient. Know that you're not going to see progress in 1 day, 2 days, a week. It takes 2 weeks for one workout to really get an effect. So think about that. And if you stop doing workouts, then, you know, you're going to fall off the track and it's going to suck to come back up from that. And I would say if you're doing weights more than you're doing body work, it's going to be definitely harder, because if you're doing, you know, you could do weights. Weights are mostly for, you know, the outer look of, because it's not really, it is endurance building in a way, but it's mostly just for the outer structure of your body. So if you do that in the gym, you get pumped for about 2 months, and then you stop, you're gonna lose all that progress, right? So that's why I do calisthenics too, is body work, because, you know, it stays with you longer. If I do 50 push-ups today and wait a week, I can do 50 push-ups the next day. So it's all perception. It's all about how you want to take it. But I definitely do recommend doing calisthenics too. You don't have to go crazy with handstand push-ups or nothing like that, but definitely doing push-ups every day is gonna help build your endurance. And really, working out just, it puts you in that mental state. You know, it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to just focus on one thing. For me, the reason I do workouts is I do want to live longer, healthier, have a bigger, you know, look. I've always been skinny all my life, so I do want to have a little bit of muscles. And for reasons like, if I ever needed to protect myself or protect somebody else, I could be able to do so. If I needed to run for my life, you know, in any situation, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it never happens. But if I needed to, then I would be able to without getting tired. You have to stay consistent with this. Consistency is key in working out, honestly. Your diet. Your diet is very important. That should be the first thing you actually get right before you work out. Because I was eating garbage, and my workouts, like, I would get tired so fast. I wasn't fueling my body with the things that was supposed to help me in my workouts and repair my muscles. I was filling myself with junk. So if you eat like junk, you're gonna work out like junk. If you eat great, you know, fruits, vegetables, high protein especially, then you're gonna work out like nothing. So you really have to do your research. Be patient. It takes time. It's not gonna come easy, especially, you know, if you weigh more than others, significant amount more than others, then you really have to focus on cutting back foods a lot and more cardio, right? And if you're skinny like me, you might want to do more cardio anyways, but focus on really building muscles and figuring out what you have to do to build that muscle. So that's my story. I hope I gave you all the information you need. Just stay with it. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. Yes. And that's it. Put in all your work. Give it your all. Don't let nobody tell you you can't, because you can. They don't know because they haven't tried. So that's pretty much it. I hope you took something from this. Hope I didn't forget anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and that's it.